Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more malicious compliance stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. I work on a case with people from many different areas. Most of the people on the case work in a time zone that's 3 hours ahead of mine. This means that I am often on meetings or depositions that start at around 7 a.m. or earlier. A couple of weeks ago, I attended several days of deposition, starting at 5:30 for me each day. Those days, I left the office at around 3 o'clock. My manager then called me into her office and demanded to know why I was leaving early every day. I told her about the situation, but she did not care. She said, "This is a 9 to 5 job. It doesn't matter if you're in earlier, you leave at 5 o'clock. Otherwise, people would think it's okay to come in and leave whenever they want." Well, 9 to 5 it is. I started arriving in the office promptly at 9. This unfortunately led to me skipping several meetings, but alas, it cannot be helped. One meeting I skipped, scheduled for 6 a.m., is an important bi-weekly one that my manager is also supposed to attend. She has never attended and always relies on me preparing her report on the meeting so she can present it to her boss. When she asked for the report, I informed her that I was unable to attend the meeting since I work a 9 to 5 job and I don't want to give anyone the wrong impression. "No report, sorry." As I left promptly at 5, I peeked through the window to her office and got a great view of her trying to explain herself to her boss. Today, she called me and dejectedly informed me that I can leave the office whenever I want from now on. Amazing. This is a 9 to 5 job, so you come in at 9. Someone ate their words back. Man, that is so satisfying. Holy. Her logic doesn't even make sense. It's a 9 to 5 job, right? That means you work 8 hours. That's what a 9 to 5 job means. You work 8 hours. So if she comes in earlier, she's only supposed to be working 8 hours and you get paid for your hours. What is the manager talking about? Many years ago, we lived in a rental house in a cul-de-sac. One of the neighbors refused to interact with us because we were only renters while she owned her house. Whenever anyone parked in front of her house, she would demand they move their car because that was her parking spot. Well, one weekend we were having a birthday party for our kid. We had to double park cars in our driveway to accommodate the extra vehicles and avoid parking in front of her house. This meant 2 of the cars overlapped the sidewalk a little. We're in a cul-de-sac. Kids play in the street all the time, so it didn't block anyone from walking past. Midway through the party, we have a couple cops show up. Our neighbor called them to complain because her daughter couldn't ride her bike on the sidewalk due to our parking. She could have easily gone around the cars and the cops agreed it was stupid, but technically it was illegal to park on the sidewalk and we'd have to move the cars. I told them we had issues with a neighbor when we parked in front of her house and they said street parking is public parking and free for anyone as long as the vehicle didn't remain there for an extended period of time. Coup malicious compliance. We moved the double parked cars to in front of her house and from then on, we always parked at least one of our cars in front of her house even if there was room in our driveway and parked it in such a way to block any other cars from parking in front of her house. Wow. That's true though. Like, street parking is public. Anyone can park wherever they want. Even if you live at that house, someone else can park outside your house as long as they're not parking in your driveway. Like, what the heck is this neighbor? Seriously. She thinks she's so much better than everyone else because she owns her house? What a freaking Karen. And calling the cops on a family when they're having a party just because her kid isn't smart enough to ride their bike around a car. Dude, I hate people like that. Seriously, who hurt these people? Why the heck are they so salty in life? You can't let other people be happy. It's like they're just the Grinch, you know? They just hate happiness. What is wrong with them? I work at a crappy fast food place and because of my age, I sadly can't get a different job yet. A couple of days ago, I was throwing up a lot. I had to work 5 to 12 and I had already called out this month. I called my boss telling him I couldn't come in because I was throwing up. His exact words were, "We have plenty of trash cans and a bathroom. See you at 5. Wow. Then he hung up. I was very mad, but I'm also a very petty person, so I said, "Okay, bet," and went to work. I was obviously not feeling well and everyone could tell when I got there. My boss put me on the line, food making, and told me to push through it. I worked for about 30 minutes before I started getting nauseous. I waited until right before I was about to puke, ran to my boss, hunched over, and threw up right on his shoes. Multiple customers saw this and started gagging. I looked up at my boss, smiled, and I said I couldn't make it to a trash can, sorry. Let's just say he allowed me to go home. What is the boss thinking? Like, someone is like, "I can't come in because I'm throwing up." You're really gonna be like, "Okay, throw up at work then." What is that logic? Like, what is wrong with you? No compassion, don't even care if your employees are sick. My work just instituted a new timekeeping policy last week where we must account for what we are doing every minute of the day. Since we are remote and we shouldn't waste company time, me and my team really think this is a waste of our time, as we are now spending 30 minutes a day doing timekeeping instead of working. So we agreed to be super precise as possible. So all our time cards look like: answered emails from blah at place and vendor, 8:15 to 8:21 peed, washed hands, 8:22 to 8:23 refilled coffee, 8:24 to 8:26 sneeze, got tissue, and so forth. Sneeze. Achoo! Yep. Did a little sneeze. I gotta write that down. As of today, we now just have a time entry for unaccounted time that we are supposed to just mark breaks because I don't need to know when you take a shit. And time entries can be rounded to 5 minutes increments. A small win, but we'll take it. Wow. They really thought that was a good idea. Timekeeping every single minute? Like, what? Are they crazy? 8:16, cried a little because I hate work. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.